A little bit of story time. About 5 years ago, we went on vacation to San Diego and I had my first experience of the electric scooter via rentals that were there. When the rentals were available in Edmonton, naturally I was very excited, but when I took it out for a first trip and went for maybe 20-30 minutes, it was like $8 or $9, so it wasn't as cheap as I was expecting. I did a little bit of math and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a $700 electric scooter, and within a couple years, I'm gonna save money and I can ride it whenever I want, and it's gonna be a way better scooter than I have. And then one of our friends came along and he had a real power electric scooter. So once I started looking into these things, I went to the local shop here and I came across the Apollo Pro. That Apollo Pro holds a very special place in my heart. So when I found out that they were remaking the Pro, needless to say, I was a little bit hesitant. Boy, was I fucking wrong. RJ, we appreciate you and all you do for Apollo. Enjoy your beautiful Apollo Pro. She's a beaut. Treat her well. Much love, Chris and the Apollo team. Chris, thank you so much for sending me this scooter. I appreciate you and I'm so grateful for you and the entire team at Apollo for giving me the opportunity to review these scooters. And the reason why I am such a big fan of Apollo and what you guys do is for things like this. As always, let's go through some of the key specs. Hyper luxury dual motor Mach 2 controller. This beast is as smooth as it gets, baby. It is just like a gas pedal. Whether you're riding that thing nice and easy or all the way full throttle, you really do feel the graduated acceleration throughout this Mach 2 controller. Very, very smooth. GPS in case it gets stolen, so you always know where it is. 70 kilometers per hour top speed. Way fucking faster than you ever need to be going. 100-kilometer range. You will never run out of battery before your arms or your legs get tired of riding this thing. A 1-year warranty, and frame is covered for 10,000 kilometers. The fact that they are backing this with a 10,000-kilometer warranty tells you lots about the quality of this product. It truly is second to none, and the warranty is always something that the Apollo team has been known for. Right off the bat, taking the scooter out of the box, here are my first impressions, and one word comes to mind. Wow. I am just blown away by the build quality of this scooter. It is the level up from what Apollo has been doing, which is already a level up from what the competition has been doing. So I'm gonna walk through a few of the things that I like. First of all, beefy. The first thing that I noticed right away when I pulled this scooter up out of the box are the wheels. I believe they're 12 inches. They are the biggest, thickest wheels that I have seen ever on a scooter. And that's one of my biggest gripes with a scooter versus an e-bike, is really the safety of being on the road or on the sidewalk with these tiny little wheels. You hit a pothole with one of those things, or you hit the sidewalk or the side of the sidewalk incorrectly, you're going for a ride and you're flying off of the scooter. Look at that. So I just stripped one of the screws, and in the toolbox are extra bolts that you can use in case you do that. That is pretty fucking awesome, because I was already worried, like, I gotta go to the hardware store, I gotta find this exact thing, and I gotta find it in black. I've been down this road before, but look at that. Small, thoughtful details by the Apollo crew that make this team the best in the world. Things like this. This is fucking awesome. Now I can just put this back in. Bob's your uncle, baby. The next thing that you'll notice pulling this thing out of the box are the LED lights. Fully customizable on the app, a bunch of different colors. I absolutely love this. You can customize the front LED light, you can customize the side LED lights, you can customize the brake LED lights, and that is just so dope to give yourself whatever custom flavor you want on this scooter. And the lights look really good. It's time to get this fucking thing out there, baby! DJ Quake in the building, Western Canada's most famous DJ. So first ride on the brand new Apollo Pro. What are you thinking? What's your first impressions?
It's cool. It's smooth. It's definitely smooth. Quicker. I love it how it's quick. The display is dope. It's bright, so you can actually see what's going on. Overall, it's a nice ride.
DJ Quake approves. Hey! Next part I want to talk about is a Bluetooth speaker, because all of us have ridden with a Bluetooth speaker. I'm going to give you a little sample. I'm going to play you a little Jing and Jock. This song we just released and is available everywhere you get your music right now. You ain't 5'9". Let me adjust this mic. Turn it up. Yeah. I be the 1-2 stepper, the microphone checker, Mr. Murder Tracks on wax straight to record. Respect on my name, baby King won't let up. Step beside the ring, no salt, all pepper. That sounds pretty good. It's pretty loud, which it has to be when you're going at pretty high speeds and you're riding this thing in the street. And what I love about having the Bluetooth speaker is not having to have AirPods in, because I feel a lot safer. So not only can I hear the music coming out of here, if I want to bump the tunes, I can also hear what's happening around me, be it bicycles, pedestrians, cars. I can hear all of that stuff around me as well as my music, so that I'm continuing to be safe and keeping others safe around me. So I love that feature that this is included with the Bluetooth speaker, and it's all tucked away nicely, because you know how I hate adding shit onto scooters. I don't want a phone mount and a Bluetooth speaker and then like a power pack on the front and an extra battery. It's like, I've said this once, I'll say it again, get a fucking car, bro. The next cool obvious feature is the kickstand. Check out the stance of this scooter behind me right now. It is really cool, and actually a little detail that I love about it is that the whole bottom of that stand is rubberized. So this rubberized part, the first time I put it on the kickstand, I noticed it right away that not only did it not slip, it kind of stuck in place, but you could feel how smooth and soft it was, and I knew it wasn't scratching right away. So I took a look and saw that it was rubberized. Love that. Next up is the analog display. This was actually a con for me. At first, I didn't really like it. I just feel like in this day and age, why can't all of our displays be full color? This was a little bit of a problem for me. Riding with this thing now a little bit, I actually really like it. It looks good, it's very bright and easy to see in sunlight, and the icing on the cake is the revolutionary quad lock display. So for the first time ever, they have partnered with Quad Lock to incorporate this right into the scooter. This is the next thing I love about it. When you pick the scooter up, it's got a good handle on the back, so you can grab it by the stem or underneath the stem, and it's got like a little handle and hook on the back that you can lift it with. All of their recent scooters have had that. The difference that I noticed, and the detail and subtlety right away with the Apollo Pro, is that it's rubberized on the inside. So with this 100-pound weight, you can very comfortably lift this bad boy up, and it gives me no problems loading in and out of the back of the SUV. I find that rubberized grip on the back handle of the scooter to be such a beautiful, subtle touch that you don't think of. But if you're loading this thing in and out or up and down stairs, it is very comfortable to do so, and nothing is ripping into your hand. A small, subtle thing that is very important. Connected to that is that this rubberized part of the handle goes all the way through the scooter. What I appreciate about this is when you fold the stem down, previously in other scooters and other versions, I've been worried about that top part of the display getting scratched by where the display meets the deck because it isn't rubberized. On the Apollo Pro 2023, that entire part is rubberized, so you put it down, you don't hear any clinking. A very subtle but beautiful touch. Something you wouldn't know unless you follow Apollo is that underneath that beautiful rubberized deck, which I've already talked about, are all the signatures of every single person involved in the creation of the Apollo Pro 2023. How cool is that if you did have a hand in helping create the design of this scooter, which is designed and created by themselves, a Canadian company. Big ups to Canada. Represent Canada, baby. Made and designed by a Canadian company with all of the signatures underneath that rubberized deck. Again, the details, baby. Nobody does power and refinement like Apollo. I want to talk about the riding stance a little bit. It is tall. The deck is high. I'm not sure on the exact spec of how high it is, but being a shorter person myself, I noticed right away getting on and off the deck that it is much higher than any of their other scooters that I've ridden before. I like that because when I'm on it, I feel a little bit more safe. I feel elevated. I feel like I can see things that are happening a little bit better. It feels like a little bit more powerful of a stance. So there's some safety that comes along with that. It's nothing to get super excited about, but again, a subtle detail that the logo was a little bit smaller on the stem. I think it looks cleaner. I think when you see a company doing that, they are that much more established and comfortable in their branding that it doesn't need to be thrown up all over the product. A couple of other things I love that I just want to touch on because to me, this has become the gold standard of Apollo Pro in terms of what they're doing with the design. The first thing is the regen brake. So it gives you a little bit of battery back, but you never have to do any maintenance on your brakes. And they have tuned these so that they just work and feel so well. The regen brake and even just the look and feel of the rubberized throttle on the Apollo Pro 2023 is next level. It was already good with the Phantom V3. This is again another level up. It's rubberized, it's flat, it's a good length. I never am struggling to find where it is. Same thing with the signal lights that are easy to find, easy to use. They turn off automatically, highly visible with the signals being both on the handlebars as well as on the deck of the scooter. So very safe and easy to use. A few quick cons that I want to talk about. Going back to the Bluetooth speaker, it seems odd to me that you can't adjust the volume of the sound effects. So if I go to my sounds here and we change the horn to a car horn, that's loud. That's really loud and that's obnoxious. If somebody did that behind me as I'm walking on a bike path, I would be pissed off. So I find that this is a little bit loud and I wish that you could tone it down and adjust the volume because I would actually love to use this version. Hey! I like that. Hey! That's a cool sound effect. If I could turn that down to 50%, that would be actually perfect. Another con I want to talk about are getting back to the LED lights. The red actually looks a little pink. The green looks a little bit yellow. So I don't really find that the colors on the app are true to what is displayed on the scooter. Not really a big deal because you still do get to customize the colors to whatever you want, and you basically just use your scooter as a reference to find a color that you like. But the reference that it shows you on the app, I don't really find is true to color. Maybe that's just me being picky, but I do find that they are a little bit off. Finally, the last thing, ripping around on the scooter, this suspension is a little bit tight and it is adjustable, I believe, so maybe I still need to do some tweaking. But not only is it tight, so not only did I notice the bumps on the road a little bit more compared to riding the Phantom, for example, I did notice some squeaking and rattling going on. It sounds like it's coming from the bottom of the stem and a little bit from the suspension. So I'm not really sure what that's about, and maybe I just don't have enough kilometers broken in on that thing yet for some of those squeaks and rattles to go away. But it is quite noticeable. I didn't really enjoy that part of riding the scooter because one of the things I love about electric vehicles is the silence. Whether it's the hybrid BMW that we have or some of the electric bikes that we have or the electric scooters, I really like the silence of it. Overall, obviously you can tell I love this scooter, but who is this scooter for? Well, if you like power, if you like speed, if you like refinement, luxury, digital integration with an app, some peace of mind with the GPS, knowing that if your scooter gets stolen, you know where it is. And if you understand that to have that kind of design and integration in anything, there's an investment that comes along with that, then this scooter's for you. Go out, get yourself the Apollo Pro or anything anything in the Apollo lineup, you will not be disappointed. Take it from me, I am a fan first, and I will not go out of my way to say something about any product on this channel unless I really fucking mean it. And I love this scooter. Peace!